Welcome back to the Go&Do podcast. This is episode 2 of the Go&Do podcast. Right here to my left is our guest. This is Stockton Haskett. And
What's good?
I'm back here again with my co-hosts, McKay Anderson and Luke Conrad over there. So, Stock, go ahead and introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about, the years you served, all that stuff.
Yeah, so basically, my name is Stockton Haskett. I'm from Highland, Utah. I actually served in Maryland Baltimore from 2021 to 2023. I actually served here with Drayson and McKay. I got back, like I said, in July 2023. Been home for just over 2 years now. Just recently got married in June to my lovely wife, Maddie.
Shout out, Maddie.
Shout out, Maddie.
She's on the side watching me try to
Do his thing.
Go ahead.
He doing his thing.
Yeah.
Hey, he a Potter.
Yes,
He a Potter.
sir.
We're getting there.
So, we're going to get right into it, Stock, if you're all right with that, with some questions.
I love
So,
it.
first up, what were you expecting Baltimore to be versus what was it like when you actually got there?
Yeah. So when I first opened my mission call and I read Baltimore, Maryland, I had heard nothing really about it, except for the Ravens.
Of course.
And so I thought, once I started looking into it, I thought, oh, we got a big city. This is going to be the best. We got city life. I love that. It's going to be fast-paced, moving the whole time. But when I got to the mission, I learned that the city is such a small part of the mission. I guess you two probably got that as well because you were called there as well. But I remember getting to my mission and just being so shocked that there was so much open land. There was the Amish, West Virginia. They had everything. So
Yeah.
that was definitely a big shock to me.
Whole 9 yards,
Sure.
baby. How many areas you serve in?
So I served in 4 areas.
And while you talk about them, just give us a little bit of the rundown of the
Yeah.
areas.
Okay, yeah, for
Where
sure.
are they at geographically?
Yeah.
Speaking.
I got you. So my very first area was Inner Harbor. That's downtown Baltimore. I served there with Drayson. He was my second companion. I trained him there.
Yes,
That was
sir.
a good time.
Yes, sir.
So that is the downtown city. Like that is everything you imagine when you think of Baltimore, Maryland. So that was a good time. I was there for about 6 months, 4 transfers. And then I was transferred to what's called Hanover, Pennsylvania. It's right next to Gettysburg. And this is, let's just say, a different step than in Baltimore, right? It's a little slower. There's Amish out there. That's heavy Catholic, older city.
Very. I ended up serving there as well in my third area. So me and Stock have that in common as well. So I know exactly what he's talking about.
And also shout out my mom. My mom, like 30 years ago, I don't know if it was 30, but it was a long time ago. She served
You're kind of dating her there. Aging her there.
She old. But she served in Hanover, Pennsylvania on her mission. So that was actually really cool because I met a bunch of people that she taught when she was there. So I was there as well for four transfers, so about 6 months. And then I was transferred to Damascus, Maryland, which is outside of Frederick, Maryland.
Damascus sounds intimidating.
The road to Damascus.
The road to Damascus, bro. It was real.
That was my
was
email
real.
home.
I knew it from somewhere. I knew Damascus. I knew.
Yeah, you knew, bro. It was. I love Damascus. Like it was great. It was a really
members
small,
there.
The
were
members are
pretty
great.
crazy.
Like I'm super tight with all the members. Still, they still reach out to me, all the time and talk to me. But that area, it was really small. It's in Maryland, very green. It reminded me a lot. So my family's from Oregon. It actually gave me a lot of Oregon vibes of like the
Interesting.
trees and like almost like you were in a forest. But I love Damascus. I was there for 4 transfers, so another 6 months.
Lots of windy roads out there in Damascus.
Hilly,
Long driveways.
windy, brutal.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then I ended my mission in Winchester, Virginia. So all 4 states in our mission, I guess not West Virginia. I didn't end up going to West Virginia, but Virginia, Winchester gave off like Orem vibes, where it's like more of a city, but more of like a really nice town. It's old history, but great people. It's definitely my second largest area, I'd say.
And they're getting ready to build a temple there, right?
Yeah, so while I was actually serving there, watching General Conferences when they announced the temple, I was watching with some friends and they announced Winchester. And I was a little behind. Like, we had paused it, and so we were like 10 minutes behind. My phone just started blowing up. And I was like, bro, I got to turn off my phone. Like, what is going on? And we hear it happening. The friends that we were watching with, they weren't members, and they were just like, oh, cool. And me and my companion were like, what?
Freaking out.
The war,
Yeah.
no one knew that it was coming. It was just massive for the city,
Yeah.
for that ward, in that area.
Awesome.
You did get to go on some exchanges though in West Virginia.
I did. I
Me
did
and
get to go
you.
to West Virginia.
Me and you.
That was a great time. Inwood.
Inwood, West Virginia.
You could not
yup.
pay me to be on that exchange, man. I would not.
We had a good time.
We wouldn't
a
wanna
lot of
pay ya.
miracles.
Yeah, you want for free. Yeah.
No, it was great. No, that Inwood area was great.
Yeah, it was cool. So, Stock, tell me, how did your testimony of personal faith grow while you were serving in the mission?
It definitely grew. I think most people that
Well,
go on
that's good.
missions, their testimony grew. I think it was the first time I really had to rely on my testimony, though. Like the first time I really had to learn how to rely on Jesus Christ and like look to Him and everything I did. And as I did that, like I saw that it wasn't really the circumstances in our lives. Because I'm gonna be honest, the mission was hard. A lot of hard things, a lot of disappointment, a lot of things like that. But it really focuses, or really the most important part is where our focus is, and that's Jesus Christ. And as I learned that,
Man, stock.
I was a lot happier as a missionary. It was a lot better.
Yeah, I like it. This is kind of a 3-part question. So give me just kind of one of your best days you remember on your mission. Give me one of your worst days. And then give me like an aha moment. Like, okay, this is why I'm here. Or, okay, I'm really making a difference in this person's life or this ward's life or whatever. And just kind of tackle all 3 of those.
Yeah. So I'd say probably one of the best days on my mission is I was in Damascus. And I was just finishing up my 3rd transfer there. And I had a talk with the bishop. And the bishop was talking to me. And he was telling me that he loved me and my companion. He thought we were doing such good work. And Damascus was kind of known in our mission as being this dead area.
Wait, sorry to cut you off, but is this one of your best days?
Yeah, this is one of my best days.
Okay.
Yeah, don't worry. And he was like, I went into this area just thinking, oh, man, I'm going to go out here. It's kind of dead, slower, not a lot of things to do out here. But I remember the bishop, he told me he sent an email to our mission president begging him to keep me there another transfer because of how good I was doing, connecting with the ward and things like that. And I kind of in that moment, I didn't really see it. Like I didn't know it coming in, but I saw from that moment that I actually was doing something good. Like
Yeah.
it definitely showed that the mission was, I was doing something out there
Right.
in Damascus. I had a purpose there. I'd say one of the worst days on my mission. I mean, this one was actually with Dre.
I think I know where you're going to go.
Tyra?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we had a friend named Tyra, and she was so awesome. So, like, everything you want. Reading the Book of Mormon, coming to church, doing everything, just getting ready for her baptism. And out of the blue, we just lost all contact from her for, like, I don't know. How long did we lose contact
At
with her?
least, I mean, almost the whole time you were there with me.
Yeah, it
Until the
was.
very end.
Yeah, because me and my trainer actually found her, and
And just to
Probably
interject, Tyra was progressing a lot, but one thing that she really struggled with was smoking.
yeah, she
So
just
she just
could not-
couldn't really. She put literally everything else aside, to do what we asked her to do, keep commitments, except smoking. She really struggled with that.
Yeah, she used to smoke like 2-3 packs a day, and we
Yeah.
were able to get her down to a few cigarettes a day, and we were just trying so hard.
Yeah.
But something happened at work. I can't remember if she lost her job or something, and
Mm-hmm.
everything changed. But for me, that was like the first like massive disappointment with somebody that I was so connected with, and I was just so frustrated. I was like, God, this is one of your kids, and you know they're progressing so well. Like, why? Like, can you not just throw her a bone to help her come to church, get baptized, do these things so we know that the gospel is going to bless her life? But
Yeah.
that was one of the biggest things when she dropped us, and that hurt.
How were you able to like get through that? And like, I'm sure from that experience you learned how to overcome some of those things, because that wasn't your last time
No.
of that happening on your mission.
No,
so
yeah.
what did that teach you, and how did you?
I think for me, that taught me that this isn't our timing. Like, this is
Yes.
God's timing. Like, everything's in His plan. I hate it. I hate His plan. I love it, but like I hate His timing. I don't know if that's how I should say
Hey,
it.
put that on a shirt. Put that on a shirt. I hate.
But
his
I
plan.
hate His timing sometimes because it's not
Yeah.
what I want. Right?
Yes.
He knows what we need. He knows what's best for us, and we don't know that sometimes. And so that for
Absolutely.
me was something I have to really learn. I still learn to this day, but we're getting there.
Boy, am I glad that I wasn't calling shots in the premortal life, bro. Because hey, there's times I'll be like, man, Satan's playing like perfection.
Sounds
Sounds
kind of
kinda
nice.
It
Remember when we were
does.
talking
It really
with
does.
No challenges.
what's her name?
Yeah.
Deborah, and she was talking about.
Oh,
all
yeah.
that. She was like
Yeah.
loving that plan. She was like,
Yeah.
man, why did
And
we
she's
not
like,
choose
that
that
kind
plan?
of makes more sense to
Yeah.
me.
Well, guess what, Deborah?
And I think that was
you
probably
had the option. And you chose this one actually.
yeah. And
So-
I think with Deborah, that was probably maybe our 8th or 9th time teaching that principle.
Hey,
Like,
Deborah
we-
was
Hey,
one
we
of a kind.
hammered.
Hey,
Deborah-
I've been
we
in this for
hammered-
life,
That-
and I still struggle with it.
Yeah.
though.
Shout out Deborah. She's
Shout
like our
out Deborah.
grandma
We love
though.
her.
She
We
is
love-
hilarious.
Yeah. So
But-
Stock, kind of backtracking a little bit. Like Utah, born and raised, right?
Yep.
Did you see a lot of the world before your mission, or what was kind of when you went into your mission? What do you feel like were some things that you brought with you, either physical things or like even your personality traits? Like what kind of
Definitely.
did you well when you came in, and what
Yeah.
was also a huge culture shock, like things that you had to kind of work through?
Yeah. So, I played basketball all growing up, played through high school and everything, and with that, I went to a bunch of out-of-state tournaments, traveled a bunch with my family, and was able to see more of like the world and the country. And when I went to Baltimore, I mean, Jason, he had this too. We would go and play basketball all the time.
We did.
We would
Yeah.
go and
And-
find.
I don't want to cut you off again. I'm going to say that a lot, but I don't know if you listened to the first episode, but I told him about our first like interaction with each other when you were like, "So you play basketball?" And I was like, "Yeah," and you were
Y'all
like,
both were like,
"Come on, bro." And then I was like, "Do you?" And you were like, "Yeah," and I was like,
come
on, "Who you don't play?" Because like I
Yeah.
feel like up to that point, especially in the MTC, like we
meet it all-
had that too.
Yeah.
People would be like, "Oh yeah, I ball," and you're
I
like,
play.
"Oh okay,
I hoop."
cool," and then they like shoot a shot like Connie, and you're like, "Wow."
Yeah, well, I would have doubted Dre too off first impression because he looks soft. Like he looks so buttery smooth soft.
Buttery smooth, like a
That's
baby
how it-
bottom.
That's how he came
No, but we
into
both
mission,
looked at
too.
each other and we were like, "Nah, this is not." And then we played together and we were like, "Oh,
Okay,
we can
actually-
both."
and then y'all
do."
turned that into a strength though. Like, how many people do y'all think y'all actually find? And like
Playing
found
basketball?
teaching.
Shout
Yeah.
out
Okay.
Keyshawn, bro.
Yeah, I think
Keyshawn, bro.
Our-
I don't want to answer for you, but I'm gonna answer for you, and then
Please
you
do.
can
'Cause
piggyback.
we got nice gyms.
Yeah.
we got access. To
Yeah,
it.
no,
Yeah.
me and Stockton, one of me and Stockton's best accomplishments was we would literally gather, and Cakes was part of this towards the end of my time in Baltimore. We would gather like 30 people to our stake center in Chesapeake
Yeah,
and
it
just
would get
play
crazy.
basketball. And I wouldn't say we like found and baptized so many people from that, but just from those interactions
Starts
with those
combos.
people,
No, yeah.
It starts
you start
combos.
so many conversations, and then you start gaining like a certain level. It's gonna kind of sound corny, but respect from those people that are
Yeah.
there, because
Definitely.
these are dudes that grew up in the trenches, and we're dudes that grew up Utah, Idaho,
Not
like.
the trenches,
And then
yeah.
once you like play basketball with them, and you start not beating them or anything like that, but just like we were beating them.
But it's a common
Um,
ground you can find though.
So even though we didn't teach baptized people from there, we were able to connect with a lot of people and earn a lot of people's respect, which I think changed the perspective of church members.
Yeah.
And Cakes and his companion got really close with some people we played out
That's
with.
what I was about to say.
Yeah.
Yeah, can you touch
We
on
got-
that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, just from playing basketball week after week with some of the same dudes, like you just get a really good relationship with them. We taught 4 or 5 of them like a decent amount of principles, just like about the gospel of Jesus Christ. They came to church a couple times, and none of them got baptized. But like the great part about it is I still have a relationship with those people. Like I still talk to them every once in a while, still hear from them. So it's just super cool to have that kind of relationship and find people in the mission that you relate with in that way. Because a
Yeah.
lot of times you feel like you can't really like express
Or relate.
or relate just
Yeah.
because you have to put up this certain, you're a missionary, you got to be official. and-
Super, yeah. Like
Yeah.
you almost feel like there's like this sense of like a personality you have to have as a missionary of like I'm a
Yeah.
super open, bubbly, nothing's wrong type of like here's the gospel.
And you can let that down
Yeah.
when you're playing sports a little
yeah,
bit,
and,
And,
that's what
in a way.
Yeah,
When you're on your mission, you're taught about like there's 7 interactions, like good interactions
Yeah.
before anything really happens.
It's like
No,
7
think it's
interactions,
like
solid
6,
7.
7 solid. 7. It's just 7.
yeah,
It's just 7, guys.
Which I said, by the way, Dre was, or did I say 6?
You said 6.
No.
Yes.
6,
We'll go back.
7.
We'll
You
go
said
back.
you said set. You
We'll go
said
back.
7,
We'll
which
go
is
back.
right.
We'll go back.
Which
Which
is
is
right.
what we talked about on our mission, right? And I guess I'm guessing they teach it everywhere. But these interactions are just positive interactions with members, with missionaries, with people. But these positive interactions plant these seeds in everyone's hearts. So maybe not right now, but 10 years down the line, they're like,
Yeah.
they'll remember. Like I remember
Always.
when I was in Winchester, I got a text from some kid I played basketball with in Hanover, and he texted me and he was like, "Hey, like I didn't know who else to reach out to, but I remember you were someone of Christ, and I've recently trying to find Christ in my life, and you're the first person I thought of, and so I just want to know like what should I do to come closer to Christ."
And you said you had, like, you knew this guy before.
Yeah, so I met him in
Yeah.
Hanover. just walking. He was shooting hoops, and I went over and started shooting with him. I met him.
That's
And
what's
we
so
just talked. Like, it wasn't anything big. Like, I don't know
Yeah.
if we ever actually had lessons or anything. But I got his number or his Facebook Messenger or something like that. And we kind of stayed in somewhat contact. I try to keep tabs on him. But, yeah, like a year later is when he kind of came around. I was like, hey, dude, I need Christ. And I helped him with his relationship with Christ. I don't know if he met with missionaries, but he started reading his Bible and things like that. Like, it was really cool.
I was there when his name's Christian, right? Wasn't his name Christian or
CJ or something like that?
And I think it was, and I think we had ended up meeting with him and talking with him once or twice. But
Yeah.
he would talk so highly of Stockton that it was like he just wanted to talk to Stockton, and that's the type of relationships you can have. Of course, they don't teach that. Like they want you to be connected to or attached to the gospel instead of the missionary. But as a missionary, you can help them be attached to the gospel, but you got to be there for them.
Yeah. So like what Kanye was asking, like the one thing you need to do is bring your personality to the mission. Like that is number one, first and foremost.
Yeah,
like
I
just
love
bring
that.
your personality when you come on your mission. You don't need
Yeah.
to change who you are. It actually will just enhance who you are.
I was gonna
that's what it's
touch on
do.
something too. Is like, there's nothing almost cooler as a missionary than like, at least for us on our mission, we had a monthly newsletter come out from the office, and they would list all the baptisms, or obviously you would get invited to a baptism from someone that you previously taught, and there was, I don't want to make it sound like it's a crazy amount, but there was a few people on my mission where it felt like I had failed them. It felt like a big disappointment on my behalf, and I was just weighed down about their situation. And then out of nowhere, I get a text like 6 months down the road, or sometimes a little longer than that, 14, 15 months. But out of nowhere, I get invited to their baptism, and it's like one of the coolest things ever. Just like, once again, we touched on it last episode, but just the way that Christ is involved in everyone's life at different times. You know what I mean?
It goes back to that timing thing.
Yeah.
Talking about.
All right, so I'm gonna throw something a little bit different at you.
Let me hear it.
Talking about your different companions you had, sure you got a lot, right? You were in a couple trios.
Actually, I felt like I had only 8 companions. I was in a trio for about 3
That's maybe the
days.
one I was thinking about. Just a little stint there.
That was fun.
Okay, my question though is not about how many companions you have, but how did you handle some of the more difficult situations? Maybe arguments.
Yeah, I was actually just talking about that with my wife on the way here because we were kind of going through like different things.
Could you say you were prepping for the podcast?
I would say I was prepping.
Oh,
I was
imagine
prepping.
that.
I was
That's
prepping.
good.
I was
Yeah.
trying my best.
I'm glad because
My wife was scared that I wasn't media trained.
I'm a
enough.
firm believer in preparation.
He's a firm believer. So
Big
Go
first
ahead.
guy,
Go ahead.
big
Keep
So
going.
yeah, I actually got really lucky. I didn't have a companion that I was like, this companion sucks. I want a new one. I need an emergency transfer. I actually got along pretty well with all my companions, but I will say there were definitely times when I had hard moments with my companions, and I think just like how with every relationship that you have, marriage, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it is, you need to have communication. Like when something goes wrong, something's on your mind, something's bugging you, you need to have communication. Like that was the biggest thing with like companions is like the times we had our hardest moments is when we just wouldn't speak to each other for days.
Yes.
Or a couple of days, and then you just start assuming. You create these different scenarios.
You start
in your
getting in
heads.
their head.
Yeah, and you're like,
start
man,
thinking
this is
about
what they
they're
think.
thinking
This is what's happening. But as long as you are able to communicate, like, hey, this is what's going on. I need to talk. Like, we need to figure this out. Like, whether whoever's in the wrong, you need to have communication. You need to talk to somebody. Have another missionary or mission president that you trust, that you talk to.
Yeah.
I just think communication is key to keeping away from those really bad moments.
I feel like most missionaries
companionshipes.
learn that eventually too. Like,
Yeah,
it's
they
You have to.
Yeah,
I don't think it's an option.
You're,
really.
I remember-
you are gonna figure it out.
Yeah.
You're stuck with this person.
I remember
24/7.
my first time being a district leader. There was these 2 companions that just wanted to rip each other's head off. It was so they were requesting an exchange. You guys might have gone through this too. They were requesting an exchange every day. And I was like, okay, we can't just do a permanent comp switch, you know what I'm saying? And so I was talking to one of them, and I was like, okay, dude, let's walk through weekly planning. He's like, we don't really do it because we can't talk. And I was like, okay, so do you guys at least do the comp inventories? And he was like, no. I was like, bro, what are we doing? That's so important. That's the one thing that Elder Such, shout again, Elder Such, he taught me so well, bro, is comp inventories. He would say some brutal things to me. Y'all kind of, we exchanged brutal words, you know what I mean? But he taught me after that moment, after Such, I could have a comp inventory with dang near anybody.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean, like I said, one thing I also learned is that comp inventories are not meant to be shot for shot, creed edits. You know what I mean? It's not like that. it's a respectful, sit down and like obviously get your frustrations out, say what you need to say to move forward. But you'll figure it out. Everyone figures it out.
Yeah, I just want to touch on what Stockton's saying too, just because we were companions and we did. Like, I think we got into it one time. Do you remember that? Because
I got into that thing more than
Dre
one
was just
time.
I think the first time that I remember, how many times you thought we got into it a lot? I thought we got into it like maybe
Mike
once
Conley.
or twice.
Remember the Mike Conley
That
conversation?
wasn't okay. We weren't getting into it though.
We got into it in that one pretty hard.
No.
Oh, so y'all didn't have like real trials together.
We had a couple. No, I'll hear what he's got.
No, this was so-
No, I'm joking. That one was a joke.
Yeah, but no, Stock hit it right on the head when he's saying like you have to figure it out, because I remember you remember how much I journaled.
Yeah.
So I was like, look, man, like.
Oh yeah, I remember this.
I remember journaling while me and Stockton were like fighting essentially, and I was like, I have no escape. Like if I ever got into it with one of my friends back home, I'm like, all right, like I'm out. Like I'm gonna go play basketball. I'm gonna go lift. I'm gonna go away from you.
And I might not talk to you for 2 weeks.
Yeah. But when you're companions, like you have no choice. So like the best thing to do is just like attack it right away. And what me and Stock got into it over was we were weekly planning, and Stockton like had me like come up with a goal, and I was like, my goal was something like along the lines of
I want
like,
to baptize 8 this week.
no, it was just like I want to like read the Book of Mormon. Like it was like, anything
yeah.
like crazy. Stockton was like, no, that's like not a real goal, and I was like, what are you talking about? Like
I'm taking Stock's side right away.
okay, that's fine. Like that's fine.
Crazy.
I'm in.
He was like first week.
Yeah.
He was like first transfer.
My goal is the
mission.
personal study. It's
yeah.
All right,
Like, because I was like really trying to. I'd never read the Book of Mormon, so I was really trying to finish
that's
it.
fair.
But
That's
Stock was
fair.
like, no, like it's got to
You know
be
what, my
something
fault.
about this, and I was like, why? It's a goal, like, and we
Yeah.
just got into it over a goal, which is like nothing. We're thinking back on it, but it like affected me the entire day. It affected us the entire day until after basketball. We got back, and he was like, hey, bro, like, I'm sorry, and I was like, it's fine, bro. Like, we're good, and that was it. Like, that's all you had to do. We could have saved 12 hours of our day if we just like right then and there, 10 minutes later, he would have been like, I'm sorry, or I would have been like, I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
That goal was weak. Let me.
It's kind of like
reamp this goal.
if anyone's done like sales on the doors, like they can tell. This is kind of why I didn't last very well, but like, bro, they can tell if you're not having a good time. Like, unless you're a master freaking masker. I don't know what deceptor, liar. I don't.
John Cena.
Oh, listen, bro. Okay, but you know what I'm saying, though.
No.
Listen,
Yeah.
if you and your companion are duking it out right before a lesson, you go into that lesson, or like a member dinner or anything, I promise you, they
They'll know. Yeah.
They
No, they
know.
definitely do. I had a moment.
And right
It
away,
affects the spirit.
yeah, it affects the spirit. And personally, like, if I could tell that y'all just got in some nasty, like, put them dukes up type of fight, and out of nowhere you're asking me to teach like one of my friends, I'm gonna have to think about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It's gonna be hard.
No, yeah.
But what were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, I remember you after that, like when I apologized, and you were just so grateful that I apologized.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
you have to be humble enough to apologize, accept an apology, kind of see like he didn't mean to like attack me. Like I was his trainer, I was just trying to do what I thought was best for him to grow as a missionary. Like I wasn't trying to hurt him,
Yeah.
but to apologize and realize what I was doing was kind of overstepping my boundary. You have to be able to kind of see that.
Yeah, but that doesn't come again without communication.
Definitely.
It's like marriage prep, but without the good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also,
Coming
just
from an unmarried person.
Just a side note, way easier to counsel with your wife than a companion.
Really?
Yeah.
You love
I'm excited
them
for that.
You love them.
without.
Okay, that's
You
fair.
love them without being forced to
fair.
love them.
And
With
like
a
What are you
companion,
talking about?
You like
straight
them.
up.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
chose to be with that person.
I'm
Like,
straight
you're
up.
gonna
Yeah,
figure it
you
out.
weren't forced to be in that
Now this-
companionship. I'm gonna be
yeah.
honest.
Especially with
Yeah.
someone as amazing as Maddie, right? Maddie.
Yeah, Maddie.
Shout out Maddie.
Shout out
Part
Maddie.
two.
This
Shout out
was-
Maddie.
I do remember telling a companion, I was like, "You're just another 6 weeks to me, bro. Just
Wow.
another 6 weeks." Now listen,
So petty.
I took that back. I took it back. Like,
Oh, good. You
I took it back. Hey, but
That's
this
good.
guy,
Respect.
he was
Respect.
delivering some blows too.
Whoa.
He was
Sounds like
delivering some
y'all went
blows.
shot for shot quite a bit.
Yeah.
Blow for blow.
I'm pretty sure bro told me I would have worshipped him in high school. So
That one.
yeah,
All
which I
right.
wouldn't.
So a little transition.
Okay,
for that.
stop.
Yeah, we got.
Do you want to ask one, or
Baltimore.
you want me to ask one?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I was thinking about like a wrapping up question.
Yeah.
So
I
okay.
got one before that, and then are you gonna talk about like the more practicality of it, or what? Go
Yeah,
ahead with your
I
question.
could do
Go
that,
ahead
but,
with your question.
But Stock, I'm really curious to know because like ever since I've known Stock, he's a happy-go-lucky guy. He's just like a golden retriever.
Oh my
energy,
gosh. Absolutely.
You know what I mean? But like you mentioned hard times. You mentioned and a very common thing a lot of missionaries go through is they get out and within the first 6 months. I know I felt this myself. Like, dude, have I made a huge mistake? Like either I wasn't ready. Like not that you don't believe in it, but like I wasn't ready for this. This isn't my place. I can't. This isn't working for me. Did you ever consider going home? Were you ever even like? Was it even a thought to you? And if so, how did you work through those emotions?
Yeah.
How did you get through those days?
Yeah, I'd say every missionary that I ever talked to had a moment of like thinking about it, whether it was like a deep like I'm going home or like it'd be nice to be home right now. Like everyone has moments of wanting to be home.
Yeah.
My family went on crazy trips when I was on my mission. Made me
Weddings.
homesick. I had moments in the mission where I was just like, this sucks. But the biggest one was probably the first day I was in Baltimore. First day on my mission.
Yeah.
I came out, dropped in downtown, in the city.
What time of the year was it? Cold?
It was September,
Okay.
like first week of September.
It probably wasn't too bad.
It wasn't terrible, but I was just like, I'm from Highland, Utah. Like everywhere I look, there's just big buildings and people everywhere. Just so many people. I remember just being like amazed.
A little overwhelming.
Hearing shots, there's gunshots going off. Like
Ambulances.
Ambulances
fire trucks.
24/7.
It's just fireworks. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. There's no second guessing
Yeah.
too. And so I remember I was
Like, bang bang. He's
I
like,
was
oh,
my
it's-
first day. I just made my bed.
Go ahead. Keep going.
My first day on my mission, I was sitting in my bed, just sitting there, just thinking, and I just started bawling. I'm like, I don't even cry like ever. And my poor trainer, he was love Elder Mays.
Shout out Maze.
The goat.
Shout out Maze.
God bless all the trainers in the world.
Man,
God,
this
he
trainer,
really-
I mean, he was not very, he just got out of his training, so he has no idea what he's doing. And I'm crying, and he's just looking at me, and I'm like, I don't even know why I'm crying, but I'm crying. I don't know what I'm doing here. Like, this is not for me. I'm 18 years old. This is crazy. And I think that moment is like, I had to lock in. I got that all out. Maze, honestly, grateful for him because he had no emotion at this time. He was just kind of like staring like, I don't know what to do with this kid. He's like, you guys know Maze. Like,
Yeah,
that's how he
I-
is. He's
I know
like,
how
what is
he was
wrong
right
with
there.
you? But he helped me get through that. It was kind of great. But I think my first week on my mission, I tell all my cousins or friends that are going out on missions, that first transfer is definitely, I think, the hardest. Like,
You just have to
learning
go
how
through it.
You
to
just gotta go.
get through it. Like, my little brother's on a mission in Peru, and his
Shout
first
out Fuff.
shout out Fuff. Obviously you're learning Spanish. His first 6 months, brutal. We had some things going on in our family, some things going on with his friends, that he was just getting shot after shot after shot. Like, he was just getting beat down. And I was like, dude, if you can make it through this, like, you'll be able to fly through your mission.
Yeah.
And he did. He just hit over a year. He's about to
That's crazy.
finish strong. So
That's good stuff. All right, we're gonna do some rapid fire questions, and then
Okay.
Casey's gonna do like some wrapping up questions, and then we'll get out of here.
all right, let's do it.
These are all like practical, more advice questions, so you don't really have to like tell stories or anything like that. Just like kind of
Okay.
go through whatever comes to your mind first.
Let's do
So,
it.
what's something that you wish you had packed but didn't?
Something I didn't pack. I actually had my mom send it out to me. Was a backpack. I hated the over shoulder bags. I hated those things. I didn't
Same.
think they were practical. I had my mom ship out a backpack. It was easier to carry. I could fit a lot more stuff in them.
Especially in Baltimore
Especially
when we're
in
on.
You're sprinting to buses,
Yeah.
things like that. Like,
We're
I
on
thought,
foot
I
all
thought
the
a
time.
backpack. Some missionaries had like this one strap over backpack thing that was nice, but I did not like the shoulder bag. I didn't think it was
No.
practical for catching. But like, we literally had multiple times where we had to sprint to buses.
Oh yeah.
And a backpack was just way better for me.
Your discretion
I
though,
like it.
because my mission banned backpacks, so I know. This
Yeah,
is
yeah. A lot of
Baltimore.
missions
Most
might
missions
have.
say no.
Yeah.
Most missions
Yes.
do. I don't even know if we might have had banned backpacks, but I
I
didn't
think it was
care.
like a don't do it, but nobody's gonna really say anything if you do
Yeah.
kind of thing.
We also
so-
don't have a car, so most people hold their materials in their car.
Yeah.
Like, we would leave
I think
in the
we
morning,
got
and we want to come out back till night, and
For
we would
sure.
pass out so many Book of Mormon,
For
so many
sure.
pamphlets. So
we
I
eat on we'd have to eat on the
exactly.
way.
So
In my other areas, I never really backpacked that much. It was
Yeah.
just in
It
Baltimore.
was just in,
so
like,
if you're
downtown.
on foot a lot and stuff, I think if you talk to your mission president, I don't think he's gonna have a problem with you like rocking a backpack if you want to rock a
yeah,
backpack.
I thought that was the
All right,
thing.
I like it. What's something the church like? You know, they have the packing list.
Mhm.
What's something that you packed that you're like, wow, I did not need this or this much of this or just anything like that?
I don't know why, but I had so many like preparation day, P-Day clothes,
Yes.
and I was like,
That's a good
I do
one.
not
That's a
need
good one.
all these clothes. Like, I had like 7 outfits, but I'm like, dude, I wear one a
Got
week.
one-
I don't know why I have.
And it's
so many
really not
outfits.
like you're putting that on. It's like shorts and a t-shirt. 90%
Yeah,
of the
and
time.
half the time you're gonna buy a bunch of clothes out there.
Yeah.
So you really don't need that many. Honestly, the only time I ever wore all the P-Day clothes was when I was in MTC and I was playing basketball a ton.
Yeah. Okay. Real quick. So this is kind of a 3-part too. So what advice would you give to somebody that's opening their call right now to Maryland Baltimore? How should they prepare for it? And then if you could go back, would you do anything differently about your preparation / your mission?
Yeah. The biggest thing I'd say is that the mission's awesome. I love the mission. It was great. Best mission in the world. Sorry, Connie.
Sorry, Connie.
But Maryland Baltimore mission was awesome. There's so diverse from every area. You get a bit of everything. I kind of like my dream before I got called was to go to Africa, but I kind of viewed like Baltimore as like Africa with Walmart, like or with Amazon. Like
I
we
felt like
had
I was
it in the
destined
States.
I felt like I was destined for Africa too.
Like it was great. Like I had
Kinda
so many different cultures in
Don't-
one.
Okay, if you're gonna do that,
Let him talk, bro.
I did. I just said I felt like I was destined for. Listen. I
Destined for Africa on some
Yes, because
Wakanda,
I had
Black
to-
Panther, or what?
I had to get I was at the dentist. I had to get that thing for the dentist done in order to submit your papers. I don't remember
Yeah.
what it was,
Yeah.
but I was sitting there and I was like, man, this is BS, bro. Like, I just want to get this wrapped up. I hate the dentist, by the way. And they got me laid up in this little dentist like recliner chair or whatever. And I'm just looking up, just kind of observing things, and I was like, man, I'm really just here just like simply for my mission, man. I'm going on a mission. That's great. Like my mission was on my mind. Out of nowhere, guess what starts playing?
Madagascar.
No.
Black
This
Panther,
time
the
for
movie.
Africa, bro. Nah. By Shakira. When do you ever hear that song in public? About
Maddie's
never.
laughing at you, bro.
Never. Maddie,
She's
'cause she knows
laughing
it's
at
true.
you.
He's dying.
Listen,
Shout out Connie's dentist has to deal with this
that
guy,
song
honestly. Like,
never
man.
comes on in public. I don't know where Shakira.
So he connects. So he
Africa.
connects.
No, I actually thought it was okay. Signs are real sometimes.
It's true. No,
Signs can be real.
it's true.
Yeah,
man.
But
no,
like
it
Stock
is.
said, you can also. There's other times where you start doing stuff in your head.
No.
And I thought that this was genuinely like a very clear, distinct like communication from my loving Heavenly Father to myself that
That
I was
you were
gonna go
destined for
love
Africa.
and serve the people of Africa.
Okay,
No,
I
yeah,
think that's our
definitely.
Instagram clip right
There
there.
it is.
Connie's
Destined-
side,
destined for
side
And I
quest
opened
again.
up my mission call and it was to Pocatello, Idaho. So,
Oh, we opening that can of worms?
Yeah, we opening that right now.
We
We opening that right now.
We'll do that later. We'll do that another time.
Okay, all right.
Stay
Why
tuned
did I bring
in.
that up, man? Yeah.
I don't know. You
You
did
kind
this
of brought
yourself.
up this Africa.
Yeah, I mean, it would have been nice. I mean, you guys could have interviewed me though. It's
Nah.
always Connie fending for himself, man.
Nah, go ahead,
Yeah,
Stock.
it's Connie versus the world. Connie versus the world.
Go ahead.
Connie versus the world.
Somebody,
Destined for
somebody
Africa.
unplug his
You
mic.
can start your own podcast. It's Connie versus the world.
It's just
Connie
Connie
You just have
Connie
people
versus
on
me.
and you just
It's just
debate
Keep
them.
going.
I just
Beefing
fight
with
with
you.
everyone.
Yeah. No, but I'd say Baltimore, that mission has so diverse. You literally have Amish to hood. Like there's everything in between.
Yep.
And it's awesome. Like you get to open your eyes so much. Biggest advice I'd give for like missionaries going in is get close to wards. Like I think obviously I had a bunch of work to do in downtown Baltimore. There's millions of people and like you're always street contacting, you're always doing things. But the other 3 areas I had where you don't have that, everything's through the ward. Everything is through their friends, their people. Just learn to love the ward that you serve in. Get close to the bishop, elders quorum president, your ward mission leader, whatever it is, because it really does change your life. Like I have the best relationships with people in my ward that I served in. Like a bunch of them. I had people come out to our wedding that I served in their ward, and people text me almost daily from my mission. So
Yeah. Is there just like the last part of that? Is there anything you would do differently? Just get closer. With
and anything I do differently is definitely like, don't waste time. Obviously, everyone thinks back and like, man, I wasted time on here. It really is short. Like 2 years seems so long when you first go out, but it really goes by so
Man.
fast. But yeah, working with wards, I think Hanover was a trial for me. Like I didn't really
Long
understand what to
days.
do. The sooner you're able to realize that like the ward is the goal, and working with the people there, you gotta love them. The more you'll love your mission.
yeah.
It's
I
kind of
like it.
inspiring. Like you were talking about, hood. Like I don't know, one half's Amish, and then you're in the ghetto out of nowhere or the hood. And the cool thing is that the purpose does not change at all.
Mhm.
It's all the same.
It's all the same.
For sure.
Yeah.
You have the same lessons with both of them.
Yep.
Able to touch both
Teaching
of
the
them.
same principles.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead,
Yep.
Jakes.
Couple wrap-up questions. We'll get you out of here. So, looking back on your mission, what does your mission mean to you?
It means everything. It's such a there's a saying I heard. It's like they're not the best 2 years. I'm gonna be honest, they're hard, but they're the best 2 years for you. Like they prepare you so much for the rest of your life. They prepared me for my marriage. They prepared me for one day when I have kids and start a family. Prepared me for my job, how to work hard, how to work with people that are different. things like that. But it's such a good time to prepare me personally. Like, obviously, while you're on the mission, everything is about everyone around you that you don't expect, like, what's going to happen to you. And it changes you just as much as it changes everyone else that you talk to.
Absolutely. Yeah. And after your mission, you talked a little about how it's prepared you, working with different people, getting to know different people. Do you feel like it's changed or influenced the way you see people in general?
You definitely see challenges, like, differently. Like, people that you think are the worst helps you, like, see what's going on in their life. I'd say, like people in the ghetto, I mean, there's shootings, there's dangerous things going on all the time that you're like, what's going on? But then once you're in their situation, you kind of see what's going on behind the scenes. Their family situation, what's going on with them financially, things like that, like, what has led them to these choices. It helps you kind of have this empathy for these people out there that you can take in now everywhere. Like, you meet people anywhere, like, you meet people like Connie, and you're like, man, this guy's, wow, what's going on in his background? And you kind of see it's because he hates the dentist. Like, the dentist has really changed him.
He was
And you just got to see these things, because in reality, we're all children of God. People don't do things for no reason. There's something going on in everyone's life.
Rarely will they do stuff for no
Yeah.
reason, right?
And so you got to be able to see the bigger picture. And my mission really helped me see the bigger picture.
No, absolutely. I feel like before you serve a mission, a lot of people, you haven't really gotten to know a lot of people on a really deep level and gotten to know what they're going through. And it just really is an insight to, like, everyone has something that's going on in their life. Treat everyone like they're a child of God. Treat everyone the best you can. Yeah. And that's where you're going to have the best relationships. That's the way that you're going to grow the most.
I know.
So one last question for you. If you had to sum up your mission in one word, what would it be and why?
What are you thinking?
I'm thinking. I was thinking about this before.
Those wheels are turning.
No, I'd say, kind of like I mentioned before, it is eye-opening. Like, from a boy from Highland, Utah, like, you don't see the world like you do. But, like, being in Baltimore, being in West Virginia, being in all these areas, seeing so many different ways of life, it really changes the way you see life. And it sees that there's so much more than just this bubble here in Utah Valley, so much more than just the church. There's so much to life, and it was really eye-opening for me to see that.
Absolutely. Well, we appreciate you coming on the pod and sharing all your thoughts and feelings about your mission. And, I think I can speak from everybody at this table when I say Stockton really is, like, one of the greatest dudes you can have in your life. He's always going to be loving, supportive, happy-go-lucky. He's just a really good dude all around. So we're super grateful that he was able to make some time for us to do this interview. And I hope that whoever gets called to Maryland Baltimore can really listen to what he has to say, because his mission was a super successful one in all aspects. So, Stock, we all love you. We appreciate you. And
like Stock.
Yeah.
Dude, thank you guys.
All
These
right.
three are awesome, man. I trained him, met him when I was on my mission, met this guy when I got home. This guy, Connie. I didn't name anyone else.
That's right.
But ever since knowing them, like, I hang out with them all the time. They're just amazing people. So I'm grateful to be on here. Like, it's a pleasure to be, like, your first mission.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Like, that's
So,
awesome. Like, that's crazy.
yeah, that concludes episode 2. So stay tuned. We're going to have more episodes coming at you. But, yeah, we're finally underway. So all those comments we were getting and all that,
All the
positive
hate.
feedback, all the hate, thinking we fell off.
Thinking we done.
Thinking we fell off.
We're back!
We just started.
There's how many missions in the world?
Oh,
400 something.
one down.
Yeah,
one down.
We're almost done.
Yep.
We're
All right.
on the way.
Thank you, Stock.
Yeah, thank you guys.